I don't even know why I'm giving these people my time. I don't even know why I am giving these people my time. I shouldn't be giving these people my time, but it is effed up. This family...
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming. And so I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed.
The deportation of Haiti Sanchez, a breastfeeding Cuban mother, has sparked outrage within the Cuban community in the U.S. And you know what? I don't have a video this time, but you know what I do have? I have my favorite song. Cue the music.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
Hello and welcome to another video. Yes, in this video we're going to be exploring MAGA regrets, Latinos for Trump. Okay, Latinos for Trump. Yes, they are having a lot of regrets. They thought they voted for they can be for they can suppress and for they can be bad with other communities or with other people, but not with them. Okay, and when they see the government, okay, Trump administration, see everybody as an equal. They only want white people as an immigrant. They don't want any brown or black people as an immigrant. They are finding out because yes, the Latino community, the males of the Latino community, they voted big for Trump. Okay, the female not so much, but but before they used to, like, the Democrats used to win like the Latino community like 70%. This time it wasn't like that. And yes, they are suffering because they want them to deport a lot of people, but they never think that they're gonna be the ones being deported. Somebody else is gonna get deported, not them. They want that to be done to other communities, but not them. Okay, they never think about that. And because the Trump administration see them all as an equal now and deporting everybody as an equal, even residents of the United States, and they are getting deported to the Salvador. To Salvador. So yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Was going to begin, and then we told you how it was going to end. Look at this shit.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming. And so I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed.
When I was trying to tell people, like, listen, y'all think that he's going for the criminals. You have to understand that you being in here illegally, despite you working, despite you not committing, any crime, that in and of itself, they consider a crime. This man, Gustavo, talks about, I thought he was going to, be targeting, the criminals who are, here. Now, I don't know.
Because I thought it was going to be the things, like, be pointless, like, just go against criminals, not every illegal Hispanic looking like that they will assume we are illegals.
I genuinely don't know how much more I could have done, how much more anyone else could have done. Like, genuinely. We were telling people, listen, this isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go, okay? Because you are a criminal in their eyes. Not only you're a criminal, but you're brown, which is exactly the opposite of what they want. We can see that right now of them as far as giving visas to pathway to citizenship to white Afrikaners, okay, to white South Afrikaners. Gonna do a video on that, but this is what they're looking to do. They are looking to import a bunch of white people to counteract not only the browns, but black people. That's what they are looking to do. And this simpleton fell for it. He fell for it, bro. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane, because this man goes on to talk about how they're just targeting Hispanics.
You know,
do you think that's what they're doing now?
that's what they're doing now. They're just following Hispanic people looking like.
Immigration lawyers suggest that residents and citizens carry ID with them at all times.
It's funny because all this reminds me of is like your average black person. That's what this is all reminds me of. When we were trying to tell people, hey, they're targeting us. They're just coming into our neighborhoods and just pulling us over for no reason, right? They're giving us bull crap reasons why they're, stopping and frisking us, why they're detaining us. And people are just saying, oh, be quiet. Stop being a victim, be a victor. Stop thinking everybody's against you, okay? Oh, it's because you're black, rah, rah, rah. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? I don't know why I say remember this, because it's still going on right now. But this is what they told us. So I hate to be that guy, but it would be fair, it would be poetic justice is if we told you the same thing. Oh, now you're being targeted because you're Hispanic? Whoa, you're Hispanic? That's why you got pulled over? Maybe you had a broken taillight. Did you ever think about that? Maybe you didn't use your signal to go in the left lane. Did you ever think about that? Perhaps it's not about your race. Why does it have to be race with you guys? What's the deal, okay? Just show them your identification, go on about it.
Cuban community responds with outrage after mother is deported, leaving her nursing baby behind.
Where are my Miami Cubans at? Stand up for what you supported in 2024. Stand up for what you supported. Oh, you thought he wasn't talking about you, right? He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about the illegals. Even though we tried to tell you, if your skin color was brown and you talk Spanish, he wants you out of the country. You thought, oh, he's not talking about me. We tried to warn you. The mass deportations in U.S. history affect communities of color indiscriminately. How do they know if you're undocumented or not? They're going to harass you. So even revoking legal status for 500,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, how are they going to find out which ones just lost their legal status? Where are they going to find them? They're going to be searching these neighborhoods as they have been already. When I moved from Michigan to Florida, I was young, naive. I didn't know what had happened in 2000, but I was shocked when I learned that Cubans in Miami were Republicans, because coming from Michigan, I knew who the Republicans were, and they couldn't stand the Cubans. And it's like, you're voting for people who can't stand you. They tolerate you because you stay in Miami and you're not venturing out to Iowa. You're not venturing out into the Midwest to realize that the people you're supporting want you out of their country. FAFO. But stand up and own what you supported. Round of applause. Greatness is here.
A Cuban-born mother was deported by the U.S. without her 1-year-old child, tearing the family apart indefinitely.
In another case, they deported a 2-year-old girl who is a U.S. citizen along with her Honduran-born mother.
This is a family that did have legal options available to them, and because of ICE's actions of holding them incommunicado for 3 days, those options were not able to be pursued, and that can't feel anything but intentional.
And that's not all. Migrant children, including a 4-year-old girl, are reportedly attending deportation hearings alone in New York without legal representation. In February 2025, Trump cut all funding for legal aid to 26,000 unaccompanied immigrant children. Children, some as young as toddlers, must appear in court to stay in the US without representation. 9 in 10 face deportation, according to reports. Experts warn that this policy further traumatizes vulnerable children, while advocates call for legal protection and a more humane approach to asylum cases. This mirrors a systematic issue in the US child welfare system, where low-income families of color are disproportionately targeted for state interventions. Amnesty International's latest annual report warns of a global right crisis as the, quote, Trump effect fuels abuses. The report details how US asylum access was severely restricted by new border policies, forcing many, especially Black, Indigenous, and LGBTQ+ people to wait in danger in Mexico, with limited rights and increased surveillance.
And it makes me so upset. So upset. I'm gonna see if I can put the pictures here of me protesting when he was in his first presidency. He put a lot of kids in jail. He separated mothers from her kids, and some of the kids never were found because he took away from his parents babies, okay, babies. So they have a hard time finding those kids that they just got separated from their parents. And this time he's doing the same thing. He's making little kids to represent themselves in court. 3 years old, 5 years old, 4 years old, and this just really infuriates me.
The deportation of Haiti Sanchez, a breastfeeding Cuban mother, has sparked outrage within the Cuban community in the U.S. And you know what? I don't have a video this time, but you know what I do have? I have my favorite song. Cue the music.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. Raise your hands, come on. For Donald Trump.
Cuando veo un papá que está recogiendo una niña, empieza a llorar.
New incentive for illegal aliens living in the United States to self-deport. Eligible illegal aliens who now use the CBP Home app to self-deport will receive a clear, safe way to leave the United States. Their plane tickets home may be paid for, and they will receive a $1,000 stipend once we have confirmation that they have left our country. This new feature will allow illegal aliens to have a planned departure out of the country and to leave as soon as possible in a dignified way.
I regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I have seen a lot of videos like this, and while it's great and it's fabulous to hear that people regret voting for Donald Trump, everyone that I know that voted for Donald Trump were voting for him for all the things that he's actually doing right now. That's what they wanted. And while these videos are talking about I regret my vote, and they're crying and they're sad and they seem like they really feel some kind of way about voting for him, the things that they're mentioning that they're upset about, like why they voted for him and, you know, these things, whatever they're crying about, still has to do with them. She is saying that she's crying and saying that she regrets voting for him, which I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm an empath to a fault. I feel bad even for like the bad guys in the movies when something happens. Like I tend to still see a spark of goodness in people. At least I try to, you know, and so some of these people, some of these farmers that voted red, some of these people's small businesses that are collapsing and, you know, they're having a hard time, like there is still a part of me that feels bad for them. But they do not feel bad for all the bad things that this man has been doing, you know, executive orders, all these things he's been canceling and cutting funding for, and all these things that help lower income people, people of color, immigrants. They aren't upset that he's doing those things, and that's why they're crying on these videos saying they regret voting for him. No. They are upset they voted for him because he is only helping his billionaire friends, and their small businesses are sinking. They are having to pay more for groceries. They're having to pay more for gas. Their hours at work are getting cut, whatever, because the economy sucks. He is destroying everything. Everything is on fire. But you guys voted for this. You did this. And it's really hard for me to not only empathize with someone that voted for him, knowing the kind of person that he is. He made it fully, you guys knew what kind of person he was. And you aren't sad because he's hurting other people. Still, you are still worried about yourself. You are only worried about something when it affects you. You don't care if it's affecting the LGBTQ community. You don't care if it's affecting people of color or lower income communities or immigrants or anything. You only care when it affects you. And you cannot even start to put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to empathize with them or anything. You guys are only worried about yourselves. And this video is a prime example of that. She is not sad for anything bad that has happened to anybody else, and that's why she regrets her vote. She regrets her vote because she thought she was getting something good by voting for a schmacist, schmomophobic, terrible human being. And now she's like, I don't know, somehow surprised. I don't know, especially at this point. I don't know how you're surprised at this point. Like, we are way into the game. But it is hard for me to see someone that has a family, you know, that they're not doing well financially and they're crying. That is hard for someone like me. But I realized when I watched this video, I was more pissed than I was feeling like empathy for her. And that is something very new for me.
A Cuban mother has been deported from the United States despite being married to a U.S. citizen. And they also have a daughter, and she's only 1 year old. And she was also born in the United States. The woman's name is Heidi Sanchez Tejeda, and it's been confirmed that today in the morning, she arrived on a flight full of other people that were deported into Cuba. Heidi had arrived to the United States about, give or take, 5 years ago. And in those 5 years, she was living in the United States, worry-free and living life. She had a problem where she couldn't apply for asylum. A lot of people in the comments were saying, how was she here for 5 years? You gotta keep in mind, Joe Biden had no problem with immigrants. But now that Donald Trump is in office and he doesn't want no immigrants in the United States, Heidi went to her first meeting for immigration. She went with confidence, but the Donald Trump administration said, hey, they detained her and deported her back to Cuba. And this morning, she was put on a flight and arrived in Cuba. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news. Ciao, pescado.
So I heard in the news yesterday that a lot of Cuban Americans who are Trump supporters are soon going to be able to order their Cuban sandwiches in Cuba. I'm jelly.
I don't ever want to hear that Trump isn't racist, because what's happening right now is 1000% about color. He's targeting innocent Latinos and deporting them, tearing families apart, even deporting Americans. He's deported American children with cancer without their medical supplies. On top of that, he's deporting people that are actually in the legal process of becoming Americans. Meanwhile, on Monday, he is welcoming white, keyword white, South Africans into America. He's providing them housing, prepaid phones, weather appropriate clothing, groceries, house furnishings, all while also saying that Latinos are draining the economy. Are you, like, be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real, because these are the same Latinos that work multiple jobs. When have you seen a Latino immigrant begging on the street? Oh wait. Latino immigrants work multiple jobs, don't even qualify for the benefits that he falsely claims that they are abusing. Babe, they can't even get these benefits. They will sell you flowers, wash your car, wash your house, wash the dishes. They do everything. They don't qualify for these benefits. You think if they qualified for these benefits that they would have all these multiple jobs, babe? Oh my God, like, at this point, I just don't want to hear it. I feel like there's so many people that I know personally that have been gaslighting me, constantly saying, oh, Trump he's not racist, he loves Latinos. Then make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then the ACLU has already reported there has been so many U.S. citizens that have been arrested and detained because they have been racially profiled. Yeah, for the color of their skin. and for speaking Spanish. So please, I don't want to fucking hear it. It is about race. It is about color. If you are black and brown in America, you are targeted. And right now they're trying to get rid of habeas corpus, which is going to eliminate your right to resist arrest. So yeah, for all of the Latinos that voted for Trump, babe, it's you or me next at the end of the day. Like, this is about color. This is about preserving whiteness. This has always been that. And, you know, I don't think that we are at a point to, like, blame the people, the Latinos that voted for Trump anymore. I think it's just wake up. Like, there's literally nothing that he's doing that's going to benefit you. Nothing. And I don't think that you need to wait for it to, like, personally affect you for you to wake up. I really beg and implore you to do your own research and just wake up. This isn't right. This is so sad.
I would say the biggest buyer's remorse is happening with Latino supporters. What I saw this last election, for example, Latino male voters voted for me and for Donald Trump. I think because he and I had some alignment when it comes to border policy, I've been able to hold that support, and a lot of these Latino male voters are saying to me, this is not what we voted for. We wanted border security. We did want deportations of bad people, gangbangers, things of that nature. But we didn't want, you know, the mom to be deported from their child, right? And so that's where largely the buyer,
or even the mom and the citizen child together, because the administration says, well, we're going to keep them together. That's a mom's choice.
Exactly. And the other area, by the way, is business. A lot of businessmen and women are concerned about the economy. You know, we are a border state. We're a richer state because of border trade, and some of the decisions the president has made is costing us jobs already.
So Donald Trump did something really good. And we're not talking about it because we're talking about that $400 million plane. And in order to be fair, we have to say the good things and the bad. So, Trump supporters, I know you hear my accent, and you say hell no. And I get it, but this time I'm on your side. So just give me a minute. I was telling you that I had this conversation with a Trump supporter, and she was telling me how gas prices was under $1.90 under. And the problem is that we share a fence with the gas station. So you can clearly see that it's not under $1.90. Yet she kept telling me that is not the real gas prices. That's not. And this is the way that most Trump supporters act. Whatever he say, but this time he did something different. Because I use this medication that I need, right? And it used to be really expensive. And he did something, I'm not sure what he did, but apparently the price of medication will go down. Perfect. And just like with the gas prices, if you think about the price of medication, so I used to pay a lot, and then Joe Biden, he did again. He lowered the prices of medication, and I was so happy because I was taking advantage of this. And then Trump just reversed everything he did, and I could see that medication went up. And now he is doing something to bring it back down. What is that something? I still not. Nobody knows. He claims he's gonna lower the price of medication, but it was already low. He raised the price. He reversed what Joe Biden did, and now he's claiming he's gonna lower it, but it's gonna be the same as it was. It's just like the same story I'm telling you about gas prices and how this lady talking to me next to the gas station about how gas prices are under $1.90. You want us to give you credit for lowering the price of medication, but you are not really lowering anything. You want us to give you credit for having a deal with China. That what was the deal? The UK charged 1% of tariff. 1% on tariffs. And you want to make a deal with the UK. How can that be better than one? How can you do better than one? How can you do better than 1% of tariffs? You want to do a deal with the UK? Fine. How can you do better than 1%? There's no way you're going to lower it to 0. So you see, Trump supporters, this fight that you guys have with us, saying that we have Trump derangement syndrome and that we hate Trump because we hate Trump. No, I hate Trump because he got me fighting with you. I don't want to be fighting with you. I don't want to fight with anyone. I don't want to be fighting with my friends at work when they claim the gas prices are under $1.90 and it's not. I don't want to be fighting with family members. I have not yet talked to a Trump supporter that have a healthy relationship with their families. Not one. Every single one of you said, yeah, my family don't want to talk to me. So yes, the only way I can get you to listen to me to this far is by telling you I'm going to say something nice about Trump. And this is the way Trump works. If you say something nice about him, he'll give you the world. You don't have to do anything. You just have to tell him you're the greatest of all time. And you get a $400 million check. This is not the world that we deserve.
I just saw a video that Trump has brought in the white immigrants who are being poorly mistreated in their country, so he wants to save them. You Latinos for Trump, come to the front. Come to the front, you fucking disgraceful pieces of shit, you. What a fucking embarrassment you are to our people, to our culture, to our ancestors, who fought with their freaking lives against this very same regime that you got up, got dressed with your own right and your own free will, and voted for this fucking piece of shit president that's here now. And we all, as a whole, the Hispanic community, get looped in with you all. As, oh, your people voted for him. Because you want to be white aligned so fucking badly. You know that when Christopher Columbus went to put the island of Puerto Rico, I'm talking to Boricuas right now. When he went to the island of Puerto Rico, he found the Taino people to be so warm and welcoming and giving that he went back to Spain and told the king, yo, give me 50 soldiers, I can take over the whole island. These people are giving to a fault. He went over there and captured all the natives, tortured, killed, sold, and raped the women. And you pieces of shit voted for the same type of motherfuckers. I'm so pissed. I can't even stop cursing. There's not even a word to describe what I think about you Latinos for Trump. There's no, because you are disgraceful beyond measure. And to get a pat on the head that you didn't even get, you're nothing more than a whore for a white man. And I'm talking to men and women alike.
I don't even know why I'm giving these people my time. I don't even know why I am giving these people my time. I shouldn't be giving these people my time, but it is effed up. This family right here, they were deported. The husband was sent to El Salvador. The mother was sent to Venezuela. And the baby is here in the United States. The baby is here in the United States. They shipped the daddy off to the El Salvadorian prison. They sent her ass to Venezuela. And the baby is here with a foster family. Remember the Venezuelan community? They overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. And then after he got into office and started talking publicly about his plans and revoking their citizenship or their legal status, he started revoking the Venezuelans' legal status. Then they were all up in arms. They lied to us. They used us. You let them lie to you and use you. That's what you did. You play a role in this. You let them lie to your face. You let them use you. You knew the man was a liar. You knew he was a cheat. You knew he could not be trusted. You're no victim. You're an accomplice. You getting double-crossed, period. You was okay if he was sending the Mexicans back. You was okay with that shit. You know who wouldn't have revoked your legal status? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. They wouldn't have revoked your status. I don't have a lot of sympathy for these people. They voted, a lot of these people in these marginalized communities, they voted for this man thinking that it was going to be some other community that was going to get the ire and not them. So they were okay with another community feeling the wrath of a Donald Trump presidency. I mean, somebody said you knew he was a snake. You know, out on the campaign trail, he would tell that poem about...
And the Cuban community, the Venezuelan community in Miami, they are all so mad of Trump, okay? Because he's just deporting. He's not seeing who he's deporting. He's just deporting everyone, okay? He did it the last time. I just think that this happened for the first time. For his first presidency, well, you know, we didn't know. But he did it the last time. He separated little babies from his parents. He deported whoever he could in his last presidency. So you're gonna tell me that somehow you are mad or you just didn't know. You are not an innocent person. You are an accomplice. You are helping him to accomplish the things that he wanted. He wanted to deport a lot of people. He wanted to treat Latinos like garbage. He wanted to treat Black people like garbage. And you give him license to do it through your vote. So now you are complaining somehow. I don't know why. You are complaining that, oh, he's treating us all bad. No, he's deporting these people that he shouldn't. He did it. He did it the last time. He separated little babies from his parents. And he didn't care. He didn't set up a good way to find the parents of these babies. Who does that anyways? Who separates little babies of his parents? Who does that? I don't know anybody is capable to do that. And yes, Donald Trump, he does it like nothing. He does it like nothing. He just keeps separating little babies from his parents. And yes, Miami people, Cubans, Venezuelans, okay, that they voted for this man, that they voted for Trump. Yes, they are revoking legal status to Cubans, to Venezuelans, to people from Haiti, that they have status, to people from Nicaragua, that they have status, okay, they have different status. They even deporting residents of the United States. So, and many of them, like, and we vote for Donald Trump. Pam, 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 parara. Latinos for Trump.